I want to welcome in Michael Antonellis, who is a member of the crew. You're a seaman. How long have you been in the Coast Guard?
So I've been in the Coast Guard for 8 months now.
Whoa, what do you want to do in the Coast Guard?
Ideally, I want to be a ME, so Maritime Enforcement Specialist.
So obviously you want to keep people safe and you want to keep people legal. Let's talk about recreational boating. So my colleague, my buddy, Matt DeLucia, who does so many of my graphics, we've come up with a list, and I want you to go through this list of, it's Safe Boating Week, by the way. Obviously we have our U.S. Coast Guard approved life jackets. How important are life jackets?
So life jackets are probably one of the #1 things that you can have for safety when on a boat. It is going to save your life. God forbid anything happens.
And people need to know where they are on the boat, don't they?
Yes, absolutely. Always know where all your safety gear is. You should know what gear you're bringing on before you even start your day on the water.
What is a float plan?
So a float plan is what you come up with before you decide to go out. So where you're going, what time you'll be back, what your vessel looks like.
Who do I file that plan with? With you?
So you could file it with people you know. If you're supposed to be somewhere and you are late, they can let us know so we know who to look for, where you might be.
How important are pictures of the boat?
Pictures of the boat are very important because it allows us to know what we're looking for, and if we're in an area that's a lot of traffic, we need to know what boat to look for.
And somebody needs to know where those pictures are. It's all about communication.
Absolutely.
Does a cell phone kind of count as a reliable communication device?
Yes, a cell phone absolutely counts. Make sure it's charged before you start getting underway so you can call people if you need help. Make sure you have a radio.
What kind of radio? Are these radios expensive? What's an EPIRB?
So an EPIRB is a device that if it goes in the water, it triggers an alarm that we can see, and it allows us to find or pinpoint your exact location.
All right, this kid, he's been in 8 months, he's dynamite, but he grew up on boats. I want to advance the graphic, and I want you to write this down. You can take this full, because this is very important to write down this website, www.safetyseal.net. For a courtesy vessel safety check, you will inspect their vessel for free?
So our auxiliarists will. It's super important to do because, you know, #1 thing is safety.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's good to do.
So what's great is, Michael wants to become an Abby. You're a military. What is the title again?
Maritime Law Enforcement Specialist.
So you're kind of a floating cop.
Yes. Yep.
Why do you want to be a floating cop?
So I'm currently in school for criminal justice right now. I grew up in Lake Opaka, New Jersey. So love the water.
Yeah.
And I just had an interest for it. I love law enforcement. I love being on the water, and Coast Guard really just hit all the bullets for it.
I love this. She's doing it. He wants to do it. Thank you guys both. So much more to talk about, and who knows where we'll go next. We're going to spend some more time on the Hudson. Write that down. Get those boats inspected, and let's all be safe on the water. Right now, though, it's always safe in Studio 46, which, by the way, Vince, it's right there. See, right over there. You guys are right over there, and we're having more fun than you are right now.
All right, John, thank you very much. Good stuff.